Good evening. ¿Cómo está acá? That's Tagalog for hello. If you didn't know, my name is Tammy. I am half Filipino and half American. Mom's Filipino, dad is American. And this video is going to be on grieving the loss of a relationship. And it's a relationship of any kind. What prompted this video is my mom's grieving of her loss of independence, the relationship she had with herself, I guess with us too, that she can no longer, at least for now, walk around by herself. She can't really do a whole lot by herself. Um, she's been married to my dad for 51 years. Um, they have been living in the Philippines for the past 12 years, and then 9 months here with me. And like I stated in my last video, she was admitted for about a week in the hospital, coming out with congestive heart failure and chronic kidney disease. So she is now on a fluid and a sodium restricted diet. I control those things, and because I control those things, and because I'm the oldest, and because I am female, I'm fiery, she's fiery. We are exact um, replicas of each other when it comes to that. She's having a very difficult time accepting that this is the phase that we are all in right now. And that all prompted me to let me back up. So she's been very, I guess, insistent on doing things herself. And when she does those things, she stumbles, she falls. Fortunately, she has not had a significant fall, meaning she hasn't hit her head, she hasn't broken any bones, she hasn't fractured any bones, no bruises, anything like that. So I have to be more aggressive and assertive with her, and because we are pretty much exactly the same, that causes some grief and um, resistance on her part. So I've been watching her kind of go into this funk, this depression, because she can't be independent. She cannot walk by herself. She has to have me or my brother or my dad kind of guide her and um, be her walker because she won't use the walker that was given to her. Um, and like I said, it prompted me to do this video because I also just experienced the loss of a relationship. And while people in society, or we see a lot of, take care of yourself, self healing, find out what you love to do, um, or learn new things, all of those things. But what I have not heard a lot of or seen a lot of was the phase of grief, where it's okay to be in a moment when you become, I guess, for lack of a better word, triggered. That's no, really not the word I'm looking for. But when you have a moment that causes you to remember the way maybe things were, the way you thought they were going to be. In my mom's case, she thinks that she can get up and just walk outside or just get up from the couch to walk and grab herself something to eat. She can't. She absolutely cannot. She just takes 3 or 4 steps and she stumbles. So she is at a point where she's having a really difficult time accepting that she cannot walk by herself. So I've been trying to help her understand that, at least for now, it's okay to be mad. It's okay to be frustrated and sad and angry that you have to depend on us. She's not a dependent woman at all. She's very independent, or she was very independent. So having that taken away from her almost suddenly has been very difficult. And as her family members, we've had to learn to be more patient and understanding. And for me, that helped me also realize where I'm at in my stage of the relationship that I had been in for a while, suddenly gone. Um, Understanding that the loss of a relationship of any kind, coworkers, personal relationships, intimate relationships, family or familial relationships, all cause us pain of some sort. And it doesn't feel good, but it also is necessary for us to acknowledge that portion in this phase in order to become more aware, in order to become a better human being, whether that's, you know, taking every opportunity to say I'm sorry, to acknowledge maybe some pain that we caused somebody. In my mom's case, acknowledging for her to acknowledge that this sucks, this shit is awful, I hate it, um, and I'm gonna get better because I don't like this. But I found myself probably a few days ago being like, Mom, come on. Like, this is ridiculous. You're fine. Like, yes, it sucks right now, but you're going to get through this. Instead of saying, this shit sucks, Ma, I get it. Like, I completely understand that you're used to doing all of these things and now you can't. And just sitting with her and listening to her say stuff or not say anything. I can see that that's really all she needs. I don't need to fix it. She needs to be able to feel sad. She needs to be able to feel angry, to feel like this fucking blows. She doesn't cuss, I cuss. Um, and same thing for me. Like, fortunately, I'm in a space that I'm surrounded by people that let me process my grief. Process, that's like a clinical word, and I'm not trying to be clinical. Experience and go through this fucking shitty phase that has to happen in order for me to be a better human being, meaning to be able to acknowledge when I'm wrong and to be able to understand somebody, whether it's a friend of mine, whether it's a family member, whether it's a coworker, to be able to sit with them and be like, yeah, dude, this shit sucks. I get it. And to not say anything, but just be there for them. So, while I'm not a licensed professional clinician yet, I do think it's necessary to bring up this phase of grief in the ending of a relationship, in any relationship for that matter. So if you have other ideas or you have thoughts on that, I'd like to hear them. Maybe I'm missing something. Um, when I first started studying Buddhism a few years ago, that was one of the takeaways is, um, to kind of to understand that relationships are gonna end one way or another. They're gonna be taken from you one way or another. Whether you grow old together and you die together, one person will die before the other. Um, Somebody's gonna betray you, whether it's work, any kind of relationship. Somebody's gonna get sick. It's all gonna end because we don't live forever. And understanding that when that relationship does end, because it's not an if, it's going to end, that it is okay and it's normal to be sad about it ending. What is not okay is if you become consumed and overwhelmed, meaning you just can't bring yourself out of that funk after a significant, after an appropriate amount of time. Whatever that appropriate amount of time is, kind of based individually. Um, and as long as we keep moving forward, once we sit in our emotions and our feelings for a little while, that, like they say, this too shall pass. So thank you for listening. I'll be back again in a few days. But like I said, if there's anything that you want me to talk about, or you want to comment on how or what you think about the grieving process, I'd like to hear it. Thank you.